So now, let's talk about the assassin.
The assassin.
When did you start? When's the first time you ever saw an arm wrestling table?
All right. Well, the assassin got his start back in 1988. I was living in Laconia, New Hampshire. I heard of a tournament in town at a local club that I used to go to with a bunch of school friends and stuff. It was called the Zachary's Club. I had gone. A couple of my other buddies didn't go. Long story short, I went. Very first tournament, I wound up taking first place. Badger Drews was there, along with Bill Cox, Jerry Cox. They were running the tournament. I spoke with Badger, and ever since that tournament in 1988, that's when I started training and getting into arm wrestling. I trained with Badger Drews on Granite Arms. I was one of the original Granite Arms team members. I started training with him in 88 up until 95, I believe it was, until I moved down here to Connecticut. And, I've arm wrestled with a couple different teams down here. Started my own team, but that's kind of like faded out right now, which hopefully we'll get back, but that's for another story. But yeah, so I've been in the sport. I'm 54 now. Well, I'll be 54 in September, so you guys do the math. So from 2023 from 1988 to 2023, do the math.
Yeah, it's a good
it's a
amount.
long time. It's like 34, 35 years, something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah, so
definitely the most experienced person we've had on the show before, that's for sure.
Yeah. I've been around, but I haven't been to a lot of the big tournaments when I first started out, like a lot of the nationals, worlds, stuff like that. I never really, it probably wasn't until the early 2000s when I started, getting to the nationals and stuff like that. I just, back in the late 80s, early 90s, just didn't have the funds and stuff like that. So, but now, we try. It's a good time.
Oh yeah, it's a real good time.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, I love the sport. You just meet so many different people from different areas of the country and the world. So that's the assassin.
That's the assassin. If you don't mind, let me ask you one more question and we'll get back to practice.
All right.
Is there any win, one match, a tournament that stands out to you that's your biggest win? What's your biggest win ever?
So I gotta tell you, I've got a lot, but the one that I will remember the most, and I don't know why this one always sticks out to me, but was against Mike Celiaris.
Oh yeah.
It was at J. Timothy's in Plainville. I believe it was J. Timothy's. But anyways, I got a win on Mike Celiaris, and that one particular win has always stuck out to me.
How'd you beat him? You out of the strap, in the strap?
I think I just wound up top rolling him. I can't even remember, to be honest with you. I mean, I just know I beat him.
Doesn't matter how. It just matters that it happened.
I got him for the jacket. So.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I mean, there's been some other big wins out there too, but I don't know. It's all when people ask me, what is one of my biggest wins that I've gotten? And of course, Mike Celiaris was just starting out too back then, as well as I was probably. I forget what year that was, but I may have been 8 years into the sport already. But I knew Mike Celiaris was a tough competitor. And there is one other win.
All right.
I'm going to throw it out there, but we'll never be able to beat him again, was RVJ.
Oh, yeah.
He was just getting his start. I beat him at Cadillac Ranch in Southington. I want to say that was probably in 2002, maybe 2001, somewhere in there. But that is another match I do remember beating him. I remember locking up with him, and his hands were huge back then, just as they are right now. And I can remember Badger yelling at RVJ, watch out for his top roll, blah, blah. And I just kind of went up and over on him.
Nice and easy?
Well, it wasn't easy. I'm not going to say it was easy. RVJ is, he's bad. He's a bad dude. But so those are kind of two of the matches I remember.
Those are good wins.
Yeah. Of course, again, that was in their early career. Now you put me on the table with them now, the outcome's going to be a lot different.
I never know. We'll have to wait and find
Yeah,
out.
we'll
Right?
have to wait and find out. But I got a ways to catch up to them right now. So, but yeah, that's the assassin wrapped up.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate
Absolutely.
that.
Thank you.